Namaskar, this is Aditya Narayan, and you're watching me on Bollywood Hungama. I feel somewhere we have become extremely fast. Everything is very, very rapid, very swift, very quick. मुझे तेज़ी जो है ना वो पसंद नहीं है. I don't like it. For a very, very long time, I have just been concentrating on learning. What has happened is that I've been fortunate to be blessed with a lot of good work along the way. So, I was studying music in London. I came back. सारेगामा के auditions हो रहे थे and I just went for the heck of it. I said, चलो, let's do it. Now, little did I know that the show is going to be one of the highest rated TV shows ever. And people are going to fall in love with the show. People are going to fall in love with the contestants. They're going to like me, appreciate my work so much. So I continued that for 3 seasons. Then acting happened, Shapit happened. Immediately after Saregama, it became so popular. I became a household name. People started offering me films as lead actor when I was 20. So I didn't know what to do. Obviously, I wanted to be an actor. I wanted to kind of say yes to everything at that time. So it's like, hormones are raging. I think somewhere between all of this, people's expectations started skyrocketing. Aditya is very talented. Aditya is good looking. Aditya can dance. Aditya can sing. Aditya can act. And I did not know. I wasn't aware of all these things. I mean, I knew that people liked me. People really appreciated my work. But I didn't know that कि अब actor बन रहे हैं तो it's a different ball game altogether. So the film didn't do very well. And then suddenly, not a lot of work was offered to me. And I was like, अरे ये क्या हो गया, I did 10 good things and suddenly one thing. I mean, even though people appreciated my performance, the film didn't do well. And then suddenly I didn't have any work. And I was like, अरे what is this? So then that was the first time I sat and assessed the situation. And then I hosted a show where Mr. Sanjay Bhansali was one of the judges. I was hosting the show. And at that time I was planning to go to film school. And then the show got over. I met Mr. Bhansali in his room. I said, if you're making something, within the next 3-6 months or something, can I come and assist you? That's how Ram Leela happened. That's how I stepped into Mr. Bhansali's office. Again, I wanted to learn filmmaking. But what happened was I learned filmmaking and then I was offered 2 songs which became huge hits. So suddenly people are like, okay, Aditya Narayan is going to be a playback singer now. But still, you know what I mean. There's no plan still. I'm just going to learn, experience. Look at other actors. Look at Deepika. Look at Ranveer. Look at the entire cast. Look at how understand filmmaking, understand cinema at least. But I remember very clearly that was my dream. One day I want to make my own music videos and compose my own material, which Bollywood does allow you to do, but there are restrictions. Like I said, because I kept going, learning, and I kept doing well and kept getting offered films, this didn't happen. So I said no. Now bahut ho gaya. I'm 26 actually at that time. I said now I need to make an album for myself. Honestly, I started feeling a little suffocated. I started feeling a little claustrophobic because I was getting very good work, but it was not me. So I said, nothing doing for 1 year. Sorry TV, sorry movies, sorry everything. I just want to do my album. I went in search for my band, the A-Team. Because I was with Mr. Bhansali, I couldn't do television at that time, even though Saregama really wanted me to host and I also wanted to host. But it wasn't possible and somehow that season also didn't do particularly well. And I was like, okay, yeah, let's do this. And then once that happened, that finished, I was like, okay, now nothing doing. I have some money also. And then obviously shows keep happening, we do a lot of shows. So I produced 5 music videos, out of which 3 have already released. The first one is Tu Hi Pyar Hai, second one is Tera Ishq Ji Paun, the third one is just released, Zindagi. It's doing extremely well, touch wood. Yeah. And and I have a couple of singles more lined up, and then I think by Jan or Feb, my first album should release finally. And then there's television happening again. Saregama's coming back, so that should be again ready by. We should be on air by I think February. And there is also another very interesting script that I'm quite sure that I'm doing. So 2016 is a great year. Yeah, it was very obvious, because it's not because of my parents or the kind of work that I did. It was because of the amount of fun that I used to have doing all of these things since a little boy. Like I didn't even know what I was doing and I was enjoying it. And they used to always be very afraid of taking me to live concerts. But one day Lata Bai had come वहाँ पे एक शो के लिए. तो मुझे वो लोग कुछ भी they mustered up some courage and they took me. They said चलो देखते हैं, if nothing then we'll have to come back. For 3 hours I didn't utter a word as just listening to Lata Bai. And even when I used to go for recordings with my parents, I used to sit in the recording booth, as in the booth where the mic is there and my parents are recording, and I used to not say a word. I used to just sit there and just smile and listen to them sing. And then in the night, when we used to reach home, I used to sing the exact same song out to my parents, and whatever language, matlab Hindi, Assamese, whatever language. So they knew that this boy really enjoys doing what he does. And when it comes to expectations, the best part is that I started off so young that there were no expectations. People just they were just amazed to see this 4-year-old kid, singing his heart out, dancing. My father he's an overachiever, along with being a fantastic human being, he's achieved everything that he could achieve in his field. I think in my DNA only it's come somewhere, because my father does not get affected by anything. Whether you call him God or whether you call him a rubbish singer, it doesn't bother him. He just loves doing what he does. He wakes up and all he wants to do is sing. So that's something that it's there inherently, but also I follow it. I look at him and I see where it has taken him. This kind of humility, this kind of the will to fight, and this perseverance that he still possesses in spite of achieving all of that. बोलते हैं ना कि अपने फील्ड में बाप लोग बहुत कम होते हैं, ऐसे पापा होते हैं कुछ जो एक छोड़ के चले जाते हैं, और कुछ लोग लगे रहते हैं. मतलब वो रोज़ हर साल एक नया बेंचमार्क सेट करते हैं. somebody like an अमित जी, and just he's just unstoppable. मेरी एक I think it's a weakness in me, because generally you shouldn't have your money where your heart is, no? That's what you say, no? You shouldn't be involving your professional life along with your personal life. But I think that an artist is like this only. Mohobbat, my album, is again a very personal album. It's a kind of message or story that I have been wanting to say since a while. It's like a diary of my experiences in terms of relationships, and by relationships I don't just mean girlfriend and friend with benefits and all of that. I mean like just love across the table in terms of my relationship with family, my brothers and sisters, or my parents, or my mother, and then mostly my girlfriends. And it's actually a kind of concept album. It starts with me basically talking about life and love for life. So the songs are also like Zindagi, Mohobbat. So first I talk about loving life, So these are the different stages of love, and that's what I've talked about in the album. And it's been extremely personal, very satisfying. And I would like to thank all of my ex-girlfriends for this album, because I think that somewhere they've been they've played a very important part in me understanding what love is, So today, if people say that I'm a nice guy, or I'm the way I am, I'm good, I'm good-hearted, I think it has a lot to do with the people that I've shared this life with so far. And obviously अभी तक तो मैं कुंवारा ही हूँ, अब तक तो मेरी शादी नहीं हुई, अब तक बहुत कुछ बाकी है. Yes, music is definitely my first love. It always will be. It's a kind of gateway to the film industry. ऐसा हो गया है कि अभी फिल्में अलग किस्म की बनती हैं, प्रेम रतन धन पायो साल में एक बार बनती है, जहाँ पे 12 गाने होते हैं. Rest of them are different scripts. Some films don't have music and they are very good. It's not, I see those films and I'm like, yeah, I'm not missing the music in them. So that has happened. पहले forcefully डालते थे. अगर तलवार 1992 में बनती तो वहाँ पे Irfan Khan ji will be lip syncing to some song, but thankfully that is not the case today. अब म्यूज़िक का क्या हो गया है कि पहले आप देखते थे कि एक एल्बम में 2 singers, 3 singers, 1 composer, 1 lyricist and 10 songs. Now it's like 3 songs, 4 composers, 3 lyricists, 8 singers. So the good part is that a lot of people are getting work, but somewhere इतने सारे लोग हो गए हैं ना कि to make an identity has become very difficult. The good part is that this whole trend of singles and albums is magically coming back the way that at the time that I have started doing it. So touchwood, thank you God. And people are accepting it. I do feel slightly uh, disappointed, I would say, that in our country, a musician is not given the kind of respect or the kind of recognition that an actor is given or a cricketer is given. And this happens only in our country. यहाँ पे आप कभी नहीं सुनते हो यार एक सिंगर का किसी एक्ट्रेस के साथ अफेयर चल रहा है, यू नो. इन हॉलीवुड you have all these things happening, but I don't know, I mean, jokes apart, but I feel that music needs to be given its due, and musicians need to be given their due, and I see that change happening. Plus people are reciprocating, people are accepting all of these talents, which is also great to see. Most importantly, they accepting me, पहले मेरी बात करते हैं. So that's something that I really want to do, and along with that I love acting. Yeah, I mean, but मुझे पूछते हैं ना लोग कि यार आप एक्टिंग क्यों नहीं कर रहे हो, तो मेरा बहुत सिंपल सा जवाब होता है कि देखिए क्या है कि देयर आर वेरियस रीजंस व्हाई पीपल डू समथिंग. मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल वांट टू बिकम एन एक्टर ऑनेस्टली बिकॉज दे वांट टू बी फेमस, दे वांट टू बी वांटेड बाय विमेन, और दे वांट व्हेन दे वो चाहते हैं कि जब वो स्ट्रीट पे चले तो बोले अरे यार वो देख वो पिक्चर का हीरो जा रहा है. दैट्स व्हाट दे वांट. सम पीपल डू इट फॉर मनी बिकॉज दे हैव नो अदर टैलेंट. जैसे अब मुझे आप ऑफिस जॉब में डाल दोगे तो मैं एपिक फेल हूँ, तो ऐसा ही एक्टर्स के साथ होता है. बट फॉर मी I don't really, I mean, it's a different thing that I have a fan following anyway, but these are not things that make me happy. You know, what makes me happy is good work, and that has not happened very in the last 3-4 years. अभी हुआ है तो अब मैं कर रहा हूँ, और जितनी बार होगा उतनी बार मैं एक्टिंग करूँगा. I've been approached for every other show, but no, see, it's not, I mean, I wish them all the best, and I watch these shows all together, but like I said, you know, television wasn't part of the plan. Television is still part of the plan because it's a music show, and now because it's become like home for me, you know, Saregama is not like a reality show for me. It's like my show. I go there, and you know, it's like they're my family. So you know, the challenge is in doing the same thing every year, but doing something new with it. Instead of doing something new every year and then thinking कि अच्छा मुझसे होगा या नहीं होगा. And plus, see, everything requires a lot of work. Even if you do a dance reality show, for that matter, these guys are rehearsing day in and day out. 7 दिन में से 5 दिन रिहर्सल करते हैं, 2 दिन शूट करते हैं. तो फिर मेरा बाकी काम रुक जाएगा, मेरा स्टूडियो बंद हो जाएगा, मेरे बैंडमेट्स बोलेंगे भाई आपने क्यों बनाया बैंड. So yeah, for now it's just gonna be this particular reality show of mine. And in the future, I definitely want to do something with television because it's such a huge medium, and that's something that I've realized over the years because we keep traveling all over the world, and people talk to me as if ये लोग मेरे को रोज मोहल्ले में देखते हैं, अरे आदित्य how are you, अरे आपको देखा करे अलग, अरे wow, you know, it gives me that connect with the audience, which I love.